the host of race 6 of 20 for the Shake and Bake Next Gen Series. 200 laps here around the .85 mile oval in the middle of Iowa. 68-degree air temperature, 83% humidity, 6 miles per hour winds here at Iowa Speedway. Therrien won the last 2 races. Can he win race number 3? He's on the outside of the front row. It's Packard and Therrien front row. Jason Cameron Jr. sharing row 2 with Gilberto Javier-Gomera. Eric Stamp and Christian Gomez in row number 3. Jacob Grant and Trenton Jump in row 4. Row 5 is where you'll find the Canadian Logan Breakey and Justin Dittrich in row 5. Row 6, Jonathan Woods alongside Matt Hummel. That makes up the 6th row of the grid. Looking at the rest of the field, you got Stafford and Young, 13th and 14th in row 7. Bussler and Austen Jordan in row number 8. Mike Tellier and Chris Smith in row number 9. And Tom Bourne rounding out the field of 19 here at Iowa. It's Packard and Therrien. Leading this field around. 1 lap to green here. Pace car will come off of turn 4 and head to pit lane. Also, we had 2 laps of caution here. Or 2 laps of formation lap here. So we'll be going green at the end of this lap. It's Packard, Therrien, Javier-Gomera, Cameron Jr., Gomez, Stamp, Grant, Jump, Breakey, and Dittrich. Your top 10 as we get ready to go. $170 miles, 200 laps here at Iowa. Front row, both have won races this season. Packard won Fontana, his first career win in the series. Therrien, a former champion, coming off 2 in a row. Pace car is going to pull into pit lane. There is the hard left in the pit lane. Brockton Packard leads us to green. We are underway here at Iowa. Everyone taking it pretty easy this first couple corners. It's Packard, Therrien, Jason Cameron Jr. in 3rd. Almost 3 wide. It will be 3 wide. That is the 94 of Gilberto Javier-Gomera, struggling mightily. Stuck on the outside lane, not where he wants to be. Already down 3 spots. Bussler sitting back, taking his time. Right now it is Brockton Packard at the front of the field, being pursued by Shane Therrien and Jason Cameron Jr. Two cars already out. That's Tom Bourne and Kevin Young. Last week at Pocono, when we interviewed drivers after the race, they said they were wary of Iowa being a single-lane racetrack. We're seeing multiple lanes in use, but is it going to result in people being able to make passes stick? It could be a completely different subject entirely. Packard driving a little bit defensively, keeping dirty air on the front of Therrien's Ford Mustang. Christian Gomez up to 4th behind Cameron Jr. Eric Stamp in 5th. Jacob Grant in 6th. Javier-Gomera has stopped the bleeding and he's still in 7th. Then you have Trenton Jump, Logan Breakey, and Justin Dittrich as they started 8th, 9th, and 10th. Therrien's going to go for the lead here. Here's a look from the press boxes up here at Iowa. Therrien lost a lot of momentum using the bottom. Packard keeps the high lane on 3 and 4. Knows Therrien wanted it. Therrien still powering through. Therrien's going to have to power his way around to make this work. Cameron Jr. keeping himself close in case one of these two make a mistake. Therrien dives to the bottom. Can he clear? He does clear. New race leader Shane Therrien. Packard a little bit over ambitious, trying to make it happen in turn 1 and 2. So Therrien out in front. Kevin Young looks like he is coming back into this race. He's at the pit exit. That is the number 72. 8 laps down already for the 72. I believe there's some sort of technical issue for that 72 car of Kevin Young. But a caution that he's not involved in gets him a lap back. He gets lucky dog being the first car off the lead lap right now. So we'll see how that plays for him. Jason Cameron Jr. trying to make a move happen to the Camaros taking on each other. Packard trying to keep the high lane. We know the high lane's going to be important later on, but is it important right now? Therrien said no, it wasn't. Cameron not as fortunate so far here on lap 14. Further behind, Christian Gomez in 4th still. He's gained 2 spots, so has that 5 car behind him of Jacob Grant. Eric Stamp's lost 1 spot. Javier-Gomera has lost 3 spots, excuse me. Breakey's up 1. Stafford's up 4. New look for 61 here at Iowa. More of a golden black outfit. Austin Jordan in the 28 car battling with the 61. Then you have the 2 of Jonathan Woods. It's a bit of a madhouse back here. Mike Tellier in the 97. Of 5 spots. Trying to get past the 2 car as well. That middle white machine. That's the 28 in the wall. Damage on both sides. And that's the 61 in the wall. Even more trouble. FRM machine and the Red Bull machine, both now wounded. Stafford came down pit lane. Jordan's out, hoping for a yellow. 23-second laps. Jordan is now 9 seconds off the race lead. Therrien's walking away, so one of the FRM cars still doing well. But the 61, the former points leader, already down a lap. Jordan comes in. But it is trouble for the 61, the Daytona race winner, in the early goings, as well as for Austen Jordan. Battle for second in your screen right now. The 18 on the bottom. Jason Cameron Jr. makes it work. Jacob Grant caught past Christian Gomez, and he's going to try to go for the podium as well in that number 5 Xerox machine. Can't make it happen in turn 3 and 4. Gomez with momentum now. Can he take that 4th position back? Not to turns 1 and 2. Packard's keeping it up at the wall. Not the fastest way around at the moment, but it might be saving tires for the end of this stint. Wasn't sure if green flag pit stops would be a thing. Looks like it right now, that it is going to be very possible that we get a green flag pit stop run in. Gomez up near the wall. Everyone trying to figure out the lines they want to be in still. 3 cars off the lead lap. Austen Jordan 1 lap down. Bronson Stafford is 4 laps down and counting, still on pit lane. Significant damage on the 61 after a hard impact with the outside wall out of turn 2. And Kevin Young, after a technical issue, 8 laps down, but still running. That is Bronson Stafford out of the race. His status updated from under repair to out of this race. He'll drop down to 18th place. Kevin Young will gain a spot here in a few laps. Out of 5th in your screen, it's Gomez stamping Javier-Gomera. A little bit further up for Gomez. This is really a battle for second, is what it is. 4 in a row, and it's giving Shane Therrien a bunch of space. 3 seconds between first and second. Five-car race for second at the moment here at Iowa. We're on lap 26 of 200. Laps ticking by pretty quick. Drivers are completing a lap every 24 seconds. About 2 laps per minute here at Iowa. Young has moved up to 17th. With Stafford now out of the race, the second retirement of the race. All eyes on Brockton Packard, who just regained second place. Jason Cameron Jr. down to 6th, got dropped by everyone battling for the top 5, including Eric Stamp. Looking at Jacob Grant here in the 3rd position, the number 5 machine, up 4 spots. Only Mike Tellier in the 97 has gained more. And see how much everyone's gained spots here. Grant's up 5 spots, looking for that second position against Packard. Side by side out of turn 2. Packard lost the lead in turn 3 and 4. He will not lose second, not right now. Gomez thoughts to the outside lane. Eric Stamp sitting back, waiting to see how the lanes are going to work. Gomez up near the wall still. Grant's going to try to clear Packard. Not clear yet. He's going to send it in turn 3, and he'll clear him here. Jacob Grant up to second. Gomez 4th, Packard 3rd, Stamp 5th. Carmen Jr. and Gilberto Javier-Gomera have both lost 3 spots in this race. 4 spots now. Tellier's up to 7th place with 10 spots gained. The most of anybody in this race so far. Packard now dropping down. He's going to drop down to 5th potentially here. And he does drop down to 5th. Therrien well and truly away with this race at the moment. 3-second lead. You can hear the throttle. You can hear the off-throttle time. How much he's having to blip the throttle to try to get it to sort of respond. Ford 1, 2, 3, 4. Chevrolet 5th through 8th. No Toyotas in the field. First time this season there's not been a Toyota in the field. Look at everyone's car numbers here for the race. Tom Bourne is in pit lane. So if there was an issue with that 19th place machine, the 54 of Tom Bourne, he is on pit lane now. They may try to get him out here and get him ahead of Stafford. They have to run 14 laps to get ahead of the 61 of Stafford. Therrien's running. I'm not sure why he's running the bottom. If the bottom's easier on the tires or not, but he's losing time. He's lost half a second in the last 4 laps. Jacob Grant's on the charge. Gomez is also within the 3-second marker as well. Stamp's almost within 3 seconds. So whatever's going on, Therrien's losing time. Unless he's trying to save fuel, which would make sense. We just watched Therrien come into pit lane. We saw damage on the right side of his car. Jacob Grant in the lead of this race. Pit stops have begun to cycle slowly but surely. As you watch the race leader almost wreck it coming into pit lane. Trenton Jump comes in as well. So does Brockton Packard and Gilberto Javier-Gomera. That leaves Eric Stamp as the leader of this race. Caution here right now would be detrimental to a lot of drivers. Four cars still out and running. Jason Cameron Jr. came into pit lane. It's Stamp, Tellier, Woods, and Bussler. The four that have yet to pit so far here at Iowa. That's how close Stamp is to Tellier. That's the gap between first and second. Then you have Jonathan Woods in third. Will Bussler in fifth, getting passed by a lot of cars with better tires. Looks like Jacob Grant has passed Therrien for the provisional lead. There's Grant. Therrien's right behind him. But Therrien's going to sail it into turn 1 and 2. And he's going to take it away. Like he was standing still. Almost trouble for Justin Dittrich. Good save by the 21. Almost lost it. The 5 is struggling. There's Christian Gomez getting by him in a heartbeat. I wonder if the 5 only took 2 tires. He is struggling pace-wise. Almost 2 seconds slower than Therrien. Top 4 still have not come in. We're on lap 50 of 200. Therrien's going to try to get a lap back here. He will get it. Really interesting seeing how everyone's handling pit strategies here. Some are on a 4-stop strategy, some are on 3-stop. 48 and the 93 almost came together trying to get past the 53. Gomez gets his lap back. Hummel gets one of his back. And so does Justin Dittrich. Top 4 still running on the same set of tires at the start of the race on. I believe the 5 is as well. Jacob Grant struggling significantly. Jacob Grant, despite pitting, is running the same pace as the race leaders who have not yet pit. So there was a strategic flaw with that 5 machine, because he is losing spots hand over fist. By the time pit stops finally cycle through, it will be Therrien at the front of the field, followed by Gomez and Jump. Eric Stamp, one of 4 drivers on a 4-stop strategy. Bussler comes in. That is 4th position, Will Bussler. Trenton Jump gets his lap back. So will Logan Breakey in the 29 and Brockton Packard in the 88. Oh, contact! That's the leader and Logan Breakey. They both save it. Stamp on those old tires just drifted up a little too hard. And Breakey hadn't got clear of him. Unfortunate there. They both saved it. It could have been an easy 2-car spin in the yellow. But they both saved it. Tellier comes down pit lane. 2 cars left running on the same set of tires they started this race in. That is the 53 Stamp in the center of your screen. And Jonathan Woods less than 2 seconds behind. Shane Therrien's 11 seconds behind. Therrien's on a 4-stop strategy. Stamp looks like he's on a 3-stop strategy. Is it gonna work? That is the big question. We're on lap 60 of 200. It's been caution-free so far. How long is it gonna stay like that? Three cars out of this race: Kevin Young, Bronson Stafford, and Tom Bourne. 16 cars still running. 9 on the lead lap. 2 have yet to pit. Yellow's out! The yellow's out! That is the competition yellow, I believe. That would explain why Jacob Grant tried to stay out. He's not even going to get the lucky dog. He's not the first car 1 lap down. That's the 28 of Austen Jordan. That has backfired significantly for the 5 car. So the race leader comes in. So does Therrien, Gomez, and everyone else on the lead lap. The 28 will get a lap back. He'll be back on the lead lap here. Jacob Grant is going to be a lap down unless he gets a wave around here. He would have to wait for a wave around, in which case he can't pit. So that strategy, that car had the ability to be in the top 3. A really bad strategy call has thrown him into the fire. And now he's going to have to try to dig himself out. Jordan stays out. He'll move to the rear of the field. Jonathan Woods, first car out of pit lane. Gomez second. Therrien third. Therrien lost a spot on pit lane. No, excuse me. Therrien didn't lose a spot on pit lane. Therrien stayed third. But there's Jonathan Woods, Christian Gomez, Shane Therrien. Eric Stamp lost 3 spots, entered as the race leader, exited in 4th place. Trenton Jump's going to be 5th. Jason Cameron Jr. in the 6th position. Logan Breakey 7th. Brockton Packard 8th. 9th for Gilberto Javier-Gomera. And then Justin Dittrich. Wait to see if they get a wave around here. Cautions could breed cautions here at Iowa. First yellow of the day. It's a competition yellow, lap 60 of 200. The race has flown by. Glad you all are spending your Thursday evenings with us here at ABN. It's the Shake and Bake Next Gen Series at Iowa Speedway, race 6 of 20. Next Thursday, Shake and Bake Next Gen Series visits Kansas Speedway. That one should be a lot of fun. Kansas Speedway is good in any car. Next week's broadcast schedule here on ABN. Wednesday night, it's Indy ARCS testing. Wednesday night, 8 to 10. It'll be live streamed right here on Twitch. And next Thursday, Shake and Bake Next Gen Series, once again at Kansas. Kansas and Texas, the next two races in the calendar after tonight. I believe we are 4 races from the All-Star race. Looking forward to that one as well. Ten cars on the lead lap at the moment. Packard comes back in. Likely topping off with fuel. A lot of cars giving the wave around. This is such a bold move. Grant did come in, so he is on fresh tires here. As everyone starts doubling up, we are 1 to green here at Iowa. For the first caution of the day, a competition yellow, which is planned at the end of lap 60. Too wide. Jonathan Woods leading the race for the first time alongside Christian Gomez, with Shane Therrien and Eric Stamp behind him. It's Fords 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're back racing at Iowa. Gomez wants the race lead. He's going to try to take it immediately. And he's got it. Another one of our 4 race winners this season. Gomez won at Road America before the holiday break. Had himself an early Christmas gift. Therrien's going to try to work to get past the 2 car of Jonathan Woods. There's Therrien going after it now. Trenton jumping 4th. Eric Stamp down to 5th. Therrien sails it in the bottom. And he makes it happen. Woods switched back on him. He's going to move down into the bottom lane. Not a match for Therrien. Oh, it looks like someone almost tagged the wall. That might have been the 29er Breakey. It was the 29er Breakey. Not sure if he actually tagged it or not. But he's side by side with Eric Stamp. Jason Cameron Jr. right behind. Jonathan Woods losing a lot of time here. A lot of positions. Restart as the race leader. Now down the 4th. Here's Christian Gomez, the battle for the race lead. Top 3 on the bottom right of your screen. The battle for first. Gomez, Therrien, and jump. Gomez outrunning Shane Therrien at the moment. See how well it sticks. Here's what the top two currently look like at the moment. Last 5 laps, Therrien's been fast for 3 of them. Gomez set his personal best on lap 69. Therrien's closing in, you can watch it happen. Good look at the time delta here between the two as the gap gets closer and closer to 0. Two phenomenal drivers. Therrien drives it deep through turns 3 and 4. Gets drove away from a little bit on the front straightaway. He's going to try it again, turns 1 and 2. Therrien keeps driving it on the bottom. Therrien now starting to lose some time here. Therrien drives it in even deeper than before. Side by side, here they are. Battling for the race lead. Therrien's got the advantage. Gomez has the higher lane. Gomez leads that lap. But how many more has he got before Therrien starts walking with it? Therrien's got the car hooked up on the bottom. Still not clear. Now he's clear. Therrien worked and worked and worked. How much did using the bottom lane use up Therrien's tires, though? That is a big question. Therrien was one of the first ones to pit before the competition yellow. How much did running the bottom line hurt Therrien? You see Gomez not running the bottom. He's running the middle or higher. That's a really big deal, especially when we get into the later stages of this race. There is a limited amount of tire sets that each driver is allowed to use. Therrien's already used 2 of them. As Therrien begins his attempts to walk away. A little further down, here's Trenton jump. Number 46, teammates with the 48. Doing a good job right now, sitting in 3rd. He's up 5 spots. We'll take a look at the intervals between each car. That's Packard in the wall. He tagged it. Everyone checked up behind him. See the 5 of Jacob Grant. Working so hard to try to get the lap back. Really misopportuned. As far as his pit strategy goes, put him a lap down because he didn't take tires on that first pit stop. That was about lap 50. And that costed him significantly. So Jacob Grant's got a lot of racing to do here. Jonathan Woods getting past Brockton Packard here. That is for the 6th position. Therrien's up by 1 1/4 seconds over Christian Gomez. Therrien's something else, but is that strategy going to hurt him? That's something we'll have to keep an eye on as this race goes on. Therrien's still running the bottom. It almost worked for Therrien. He almost got the race lead back before the competition yellow happened. Eric Stamp was leading the race when the competition yellow came out. He's sitting 4th at the moment, battling for 3rd with Trenton Jump. Still side by side, entering turn 3. Here's the view from our press box up here at Iowa as Stamp takes 3rd away. Keep an eye on that Xerox number 5 machine of Jacob Grant. He's 3rd in line here. That's how close he is to getting his lap back. Justin Dittrich to pit lane in the 21 machine. Therrien pit 35 laps in on that run. We'll see what he can do here. You see the massive glob of cars right behind the 53. Most of the lead lap cars are in this group. Stamp, Jump, Breakey, Woods, Jordan Cameron Jr., Javier-Gomera, Packard, and Bussler are the cars left on the lead lap. Looking a little bit down the order, Trenton Jump in the 4th position. He's out for a spot, so is his teammate Christian Gomez. So is Logan Breakey behind him in the number 29. Fords 1 through 6. Breakey's up 4 spots. Jonathan Woods is up 9 spots. Or up 5 spots, excuse me. And his number 2 machine. Austen Jordan, the 28 car. Early troubles for him. He's turned it around. He's up 9 spots. Best of the Chevrolet runners at the moment. 7th through 12th, all Chevrolet cars. Jordan Cameron Jr. and the 18 behind him. Mike Tellier has just pit. I believe, no, he did not pit. He got a wave around. But he's trying to work his way through, still being competitive. Bussler down in 11th, battling with Brockton Packard in the 88. That is for 10th place. Justin Dittrich, all by himself at the moment. He pit on lap 89. So did Matt Hummel. Matt Hummel is out of this race. So is the 5 of Jacob Grant, it looks like. We'll have to ask for confirmation here. Hummel did jump to pit lane. He did hit the wall and have to tow back to pit lane. So Hummel is out. It looks like so is Jacob Grant. So his race comes to an end. It's 3.25 between the top two. Therrien and Gomez. Therrien trying to run away and make it 3 in a row and solidify his points lead here in the Next Gen Series. Therrien's on a roll at the moment. Gas beginning to come down again. It's down. It was down from 3.25. It's down to almost 3 seconds flat. Gomez has been faster the last 2 laps. So Gomez beginning to claw it back. The tires have begun to tip towards Gomez as we finish lap 100. We're now on lap 101. We have crossed the halfway point in this race. Five cars out of this race. Jacob Grant, Matt Hummel, Kevin Young, Bronson Stafford, and Tom Bourne all out of this race. Last car running is that of Caleb Smith, or Chris Smith, excuse me. Chris Smith in the 14. Caleb Smith raced last week at Pocono. Like we had 2 of the Smiths in the series. Dittrich, 13th, 1 lap down. He's one of the first ones to pit as well, so he'll cycle back onto the lead lap, I believe. Another car in pit lane, that is Mike Tellier, the 97. Pit stops will be coming. So we'll kind of show how many stops everyone's taken so far. Therrien Gomez on 2 stops. Eric Stamp on 1 stop. He made it all the way to the 60-lap mark for the competition yellow. He can go to lap 120. Everyone else stopped at least once. That is the 14 up against the wall. That is Chris Smith in that good wrench machine. Struggling to stay up against the wall. Bronson Packard's been in the pit lane 4 times, 2 of which under the competition yellow. So keep an eye on that 53 car. He may be able to sneak out a really good strategy here. Gap has come up even more, almost 5 seconds. There's Therrien out of turn 4. There's Gomez in turn number 4 out of it now. Half of the straightaway between Therrien and Gomez. Therrien's been flying. Eric Stamp another 3 seconds behind, almost 2.5 between him and Gomez. He is 7.5 behind Therrien. And it's still a bit of a hornet's nest behind him. That's Jump, Woods, Breakey, Cameron Jr., Bussler, and Packard on the lead lap behind him. '14 as Smith comes in, as Javier-Gomera comes out of pit lane. Only one yellow, and that was the competition caution on lap 60. Therrien's in. Gomez stays out. Gomez will lead a lap here. He led off of the restart before Therrien took the lead away. Therrien made it exactly 50 laps. But we know some people can go 60. We'll see who else tries to stretch it here. It shouldn't be too awful impactful on how the strategy plays out. A 20-lap swing, say Stamp stretches by 10 laps over Therrien each time. Yellow's out. That is the 94 of Javier-Gomera. What happened to Javier-Gomera? Props to him for staying stationary and not moving in front of the race leaders. There's damage on the right side of that car. We'll have to take a look at it. That is pinned Therrien a lap down. Therrien's going to need to wave by. Oh, dear. That puts him behind the 8 ball a little bit. We'll take a look at it. Oh, he just gets loose. He just gets loose, keeps it out of the grass, and has to park it. He did the right thing. He did the right thing. He just got loose, and he kept it from hitting the wall. He kept it from hitting the grass. And he locked it up and stayed out of the leader's way. Props to him. Props to him on keeping it out of the wall and keeping everyone safe. But that will put him another lap down. He is 1 lap down here. I don't believe he pit. He had pit before. He pit on lap 107. So theoretically, he could get a wave by here and get back on the lead lap if he decided not to pit. Whether he would or not, now that he's spun, different question. But he could theoretically do it. Here's your race leader. It's Gomez, Jump, Stamp, Breakey, Cameron Jr. Therrien got the wave by. He got the lucky dog. So now it's on everyone behind Therrien as to if they get the wave by or not. Pit stops were underway. So it's an interesting question. Second caution of the night on lap 116. Austen Jordan, Jonathan Woods, set to get on the lead lap if they take this wave around, which I believe they will. As well as Will Bussler in the number 10 in that Coca-Cola machine. So that's pretty important, knowing that you're in the second half of this race But at the same time, you have to take the sort of the gamble that you're on older tires than everybody else, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. Only person negatively affected seriously would be Justin Dittrich, who was on lap 89 when he pit. He's going to be in the oldest tires in the field. And Therrien, who went from leading this race to being a lap down when the yellow came out. He's going to be restarting at the tail end of the longest line for being the lucky dog. I think he'll start in front of everyone with a wave by, but he's going to have to deal with a lot of traffic now that he's sitting 6th in line on this restart. He's going to get through he's got to get through Jason Cameron Jr., Logan Breakey, Eric Stamp, Trenton Jump, and Christian Gomez. Easier said than done. Lap down cars getting their wave around, so it'll put Gomez behind the pace car and his teammate Trenton jump alongside him. Stamp in 3rd, Breakey 4th, Cameron Jr. 5th, Therrien 6th, Austen Jordan 7th, Jonathan Woods 8th, Will Bussler 9th, and the last car on the lead lap. Packard, Tellier, Dittrich, Javier-Gomera, and Smith still running as well. They will be 1 laps down and 9 laps down for Smith. 5 cars out. Grant, Hummel, Young, Stafford, and Bourne. 14 still running here at Iowa. Going green with 82 laps to go. 81 laps to go, excuse me. They're going green at the end of next lap. Lights go out. Gomez picks the outside lane. And a lot of cars sitting single file. Therrien is going to the back of the field. The lucky dog starts at the tail end, so he will be behind everybody. That's going to be rough. That is brutal. Now Therrien's got his work cut out for him. Luckily, it's going to be single file, so it should be easier for him to navigate once they get going. A little bit less dangerous, I think. But that is unbelievable bad luck. That puts Therrien 9th. Alrighty, theoretical last the first challenge for Shane Therrien here off this restart. Pace car hard left. It's Gomez controlling the restart. We're underway once again at Iowa. Top 4 had an amazing run on that restart. That's Cameron Jr. Yellow's out. And trouble again. What happened to Jason Cameron Jr.? That was a hard impact. A vicious impact here. Yellow's back out. He just got loose. Straight up got loose. Dittrich involved. Jordan involved. Chris Smith involved. That was just brutal. Oh my goodness. Terrible luck there. Cold tires for Jason Cameron Jr. He gets loose in turn 1 and it just hard corrects. It doesn't get much more heartbreaking than that. A lot of the lap down cars came on to pit lane that time around. A few of them involved in that accident. That puts Therrien right back into it in 5th place. Third caution of the evening, following a crash between Jason Cameron Jr., Justin Dittrich, and Austen Jordan. We're on lap 124 of 200. Coming to 76 laps to go. One lap to green. We'll be going green with 75 laps to go here at Iowa. It's Gomez, Jump, Breakey, Stamp, Therrien, Bussler, Woods, and Packard top 8. Those are the cars on the lead lap. Dittrich 1 lap down. Same with Tellier and Javier-Gomera. Austen Jordan is 3 laps down and out of this race. So is Jason Cameron Jr. out of this race. Chris Smith, the 14, last car running. 9 laps down, trying to make up those positions. Pace cars in. We're back and rolling at Iowa. Green flag back in the air. And that's trouble. That's trouble for Breakey. Slid up in front of the 53. Bussler's also in trouble. Pandemonium here at Iowa. Almost had another quick caution. Everyone saved it. We're back at it. Therrien's up to 3rd. You can see the damage on the 53 car. That's Eric Stamp, who was behind Logan Breakey when he lost control. And that's more trouble. That is Mike Tellier. Yellow's back out. Cautions breed cautions. What did I tell you? And Trenton Jump got the race lead before the yellow came out. What a move by Trenton Jump to get the lead of the race. He damage on the 97's rear end there. There's a good look at it. That's a lot of damage on the 97's rear end. Take a look at it. Oh, he got helped around. That's what happened. He got helped around. So we're going to look at it in slow motion here. 97 drifts up. Oh, he starts getting loose. And he saves it, or it looks like he's going to save it. And the 29, who is already wounded here after losing control himself on the restart, just helps him around. Keeps it safe, but that was a wild spin from Mike Tellier. And there he is now, 11th place. One lap down. Up front, it's Trenton jump. Christian Gomez. Shane Therrien's made his way back to third. All it took was 3 yellows. So Therrien's recovered nicely. We know there's still one more pit stop left in this race. Until we get to lap 140, we know nobody can make it. We're on lap 131 right now. 9 cars on lead lap. Justin Dittrich got the lucky dog on that one, so he's back on lead lap and in contention here. Sitting really good for a top 10 finish in that 21. He's had bad luck the past couple races he's been in. See if he can turn that luck around and get a top 10 here at Iowa. Will Bussler in 8th. Brockton Packard in 7th. Logan Breakey, who was involved in that last yellow, in 6th. Then it's Jonathan Woods in 5th. Shane Therrien in 3rd. Eric Stamp 4th. Gomez in 2nd. And Trenton jump in the race lead as everyone doubles up to get ready for another restart. Jump picked the outside lane just like Gomez did on the last restart. Outside lane, the place to be at the start of the race, or on a restart at least. We didn't see this on the initial start. The initial start was inside lane. Pace car pulls in. And once again, we're racing at Iowa. Gomez gets the jump. But there's Eric Stamp. Damage and all on that 53. He's going for it. He got in front of Therrien. Breakey with damage on his car as well. This could be problematic for Therrien. Keep an eye on that 53. Keep an eye on the 38. Bottom of the track once again for Therrien. The gloves are off though now. We know there's one pit stop to go. Everyone's on a similar window. And they'll let it hang out. The more that Stamp sits in front of Therrien, the more that the 48 and the 46 can run away. Best lap in the race, Christian Gomez, 23.39 last lap. Therrien's hot on the bumper with Eric Stamp. Therrien to the inside. Battle for third heating up. Battle for the race lead heating up as well. Therrien can't get clear. Four-way race for the front of the field. Gomez stays in front of Trenton jump. And Therrien gets third over Eric Stamp. However, they're still side by side. Stamp's racing him hard. Race off of two. Had Stamp in the advantage. Stamp's got a really good run off of the corners. Therrien moves up. Stamp can't get him back. Put 38 in P3. Therrien now in pursuit of the race lead. It's Gomez, Jump, Therrien, Stamp, Breakey, Bussler, Packard, Woods, Dittrich, and Tellier top 10. Gomera and Smith 11th and 12th, last cars running in this race. It's been a race of attrition. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, minimizing mistakes, minimizing incidents will be the key to this race. Therrien almost threw it away. A caution on a bad time pit stop almost put him behind the 8 ball. It still could. He's got one of the smallest pit windows of those still running. Only car on this track that has gone shorter on a stop has been Justin Dittrich in the 21 car at 9th. Therrien's average race stint is 46 laps. He is the only driver so far to have not gone beyond 50 laps on a stint of tires and fuel. 60 laps to go now. How big of a role is that going to play at the end of this race? Therrien gets loose, goes after Jump, has to let off of it and loses all of his momentum. Top 3 within a second. Top 4 all forwards. Best Chevrolet 5th. That's Will Bussler, who's been in the back of the field all day. He's found the right time to move up to the field. The action's on now. Gomez up 5 spots. Jump up 6 spots. Therrien's down a spot. Will Bussler's the biggest gainer of the night. 10 spots for the 10 car so far. Therrien back on the bottom, jump to the high lane. Bottom lane's where it's at, but you use so much more tire to make it happen. It's easier for Therrien to do when there's only 1 car in front of him, but he's got 2 cars. And they're teammates. They could work together and take the air off the nose on 38, and he's going to struggle. Gomez runs the bottom. Gomez does not normally run the bottom. It was a late move to try to stop Therrien, but the effort was noble. He was going to try to keep Therrien behind. He's going to try to take his lane now, but Jump's got nothing for him. Gomez is racing for the win here. If he's going to make Therrien pass him, he's got to use a different lane. Sailing to the bottom. That's how Therrien's been all of his passes. He's the only one that's run the bottom consistently all race long. So challenge him. Make him go the outside way. See if he can do it. You know you're pitting. Pit stop's probably coming at about lap 170. Absolutely. Run him to the wall. Run him all the way through. And see, Therrien had to give up the inside lane. Oh, that's what he wanted. He got the switch back here. The momentum off the high lane. Mirror driving for Gomez. Did it work? Did it work for Therrien? Side by side, they'll level out of 2. Bussler to 5th. Bussler to 4th, excuse me. Bussler to 3rd. As Therrien takes the lead. Gomez keeps in it. Leads that lap. Bussler just off the edge here. Bussler's charging. Bussler's faster than both these two. The more they sit side by side, the closer that 10 car gets. We are racing officially at Iowa with 52 laps to go. Everyone just now jumping in. This is the Shake and Bake Next Gen Series at Iowa. You're on AVN. This is the race for the lead. Gomez and Therrien battling for the lead of this race. The 10 cars in this group. 3-car battle for the lead. Therrien can't get clear. Bussler's helping Gomez. Therrien has no help. Side by side still. Going 3 wide. 3 wide. Bussler. From 3rd to 1st. That was the intention. Therrien had to give it all up. Bussler out of nowhere. What a move. Bussler's still in it. Holy cow. Jumps not out of this either. Therrien's now firmly on the outside lane. Bussler still helping Gomez. Now he moves up. Therrien leads that lap, but it's not because of the bottom lane. Gomez chases Therrien up the track. Now he knows that Therrien's up there. He can give the bottom up. Therrien still clears anyway, and back to the bottom he goes. Holy cow. What a battle for the race lead. It's not entirely over either. Holy crap. Gomez sails it in on the high side. Bussler to the inside. Gomez is there. 3-car battle for the lead of this race. Dittrich is in. He pit early, but he can make it to the end here. "45 laps to go. Coming to 44 to go at the line. Battle for first is in your screen. It's on the leaderboard on the bottom right. Therrien has not pulled away. Stamp is 1.8 behind the race leader. 1.3 behind Bussler. Trenton jump is another half a second behind Stamp. There's Dittrich coming out. How much is he going to interfere in this lead battle? A little bit. He's going to be able to get past Therrien here. He's got the fresh tires to do so. Bussler falling back a little bit. This is going to be frustrating to Therrien. He has to run the outside lane to let the 21 go. He can't run away from the 48 now. Now that he's let the 21 go, and now he's got the 21 in his way. This has got to be frustrating for Therrien. Really frustrating for Therrien. .38 sends it in, but Dirty Air's going to keep him with Gomez for quite a while. I mean, Gomez jumped Therrien in pit lane under green flag conditions anyway, so that's not even a guarantee. Pit stops have been Therrien's kryptonite tonight. And this last stop is going to be the most important one. The way this next set of pit stops occurs will determine how this race finishes. Therrien needs to be perfect. Bussler still sitting in third. Stamp in fourth. Woods up to fifth. Trenton jumped down to sixth. Breakey seventh. Packard eighth. Last car on the lead lap. Mike Tellier is one lap down. So is Javier-Gomera and Justin Dittrich, who just got one of his laps back. Gomez still within 4/10. He just needs to stay within a second. Gomez running lower to the bottom line. This battle for the lead has been something else. It heated up at the right time. Bussler dropped to 1.3 behind Therrien. Therrien comes in. This is when he blinks. And I don't know how fast that pit entry was. He pits with Chris Smith. Keep an eye on it. Bussler comes in. Gomez stays out. Stamp stays out. So Bussler covers the undercut. Stamp can stretch it to 60. He could probably stretch it beyond 60. I don't think he can stretch it 80 laps. And that's what he would have to do. He would have to stretch it 85 laps to make it work. I don't think that's possible. He could definitely go until the yellow go. If the yellow happens within the next 10 laps, Stamp's golden. There's Therrien. Therrien got Bussler easily on pit lane. Gomez in pit lane. Eric Stamp now the race leader. 3 cars on track have yet to pit. Stamp's one of them. Stamp's coming in this time. Does Breakey come in this lap? He does not. He stays out. Logan Breakey will lead a lap here. Bonus point for him. Packard in second. And the overcut did not help Gomez, but he's got 30 laps to go. Fresh tires will help you across 30 laps. There's Bussler in the 10 car trying to get by the 88 of Brockton Packard. Therrien just unlapped himself against Breakey. And Breakey comes into pit lane. So does Packard. Therrien is Bussler in your center of your screen, that 10 car. He's in second. Gomez in third. Trenton jumped fourth. Eric Stamp in fifth. Justin Dittrich in sixth, provisionally. And that will be how he cycles through. Sixth place for Justin Dittrich, who can make it to the end. Jonathan Woods in ninth place at the moment. See where he cycles in here. Both cars exiting pit lane. He's going to stay ninth, it looks like. Gomez, does he have a speeding penalty? Is that another speeding penalty for Gomez? Flashbacks of Fontana. That is a stop-go penalty. That's a lot of damage on that car. It was damage. He hit the wall. It wasn't a penalty. It was damage. Pushed her on cold tires. Therrien's clear by 2.2. 26 laps to go. Gomez comes out ahead. Stays one lap down. But now he's going to chase down Tellier and Javier-Gomera. 25 to go. The leader in your screen is the 38 of Shane Therrien. Bussler closing the gap. It's 1.9. Eight cars on the lead lap. Brockton Packard, the last car on the lead lap, has gotten ahead of Christian Gomez. It's 1.4. The gap has come down a lot. It was 2.2. Now it's 1.4. 0.8 shaved off. What can Will Bussler do? Can he challenge for a race win here? $82 laps to go. Keep an eye on Will Bussler in that 10 car. Coming to 20 laps to go. The gap is just over a second. What can Will Bussler do? Less than a second now. 20 to go. Has he burn up his stuff or can he chase him down? It's down to 0.8. Lap traffic. We'll see how Bussler handles it. He handles it way better. 0.5 and change. The battle is on. Can Therrien hold him off? Less than half a second. Therrien's on it now. Bussler shaved off 1.7 seconds. He's got 6 more tenths to go. I think dirty air is starting to affect how Bussler's handling the track. He's dropped down to 8 tenths. He needs more lap traffic in front of Therrien. What a charge, though, for Bussler. Over 2 seconds back. He's at a second now. Gap's starting to go back up. It's up to 1.3. I think Bussler ran through his stuff. We'll see. We know dirty air can be effective at this track. We'll see how much it's affecting Bussler now. Gap is 1.6 in favor of Therrien. 1.7 in favor of Therrien. It's fluctuating between 1.4 and 1.7. 11 laps to go. Traffic will begin to be a factor again. That is Justin Dittrich in the 21. Dittrich's going to try to stay out of the way. Therrien gets by him here. Gap is still 1.7. Eight laps to go this time. Bussler's dropped down back to 2.2 is the gap now. Bussler's run through his stuff. Therrien's just got to bring it home. Coming to 5 to go. Dittrich is a lap down. Tellier's a lap down. So is Javier-Gomera. Kristina Gomez, after smacking the wall, gets right back into the top 10 after getting past Javier-Gomera. All eyes on Shane Therrien as he tries to make it 3 in a row. Coming to 4 to go. Three laps left between Shane Therrien and 3 in a row. He's got the 2 car of Jonathan Woods in front of him. Don't know if he's going to lap him or not here. We'll see if he does. I think Woods is going to try to stay on the lead lap here. Coming to 2 laps to go. Woods will let him go. Woods lets him have the bottom, and he's going to go a lap down here. What a race, what a comeback for Therrien. Looked like he might have been down and out there, but he's got back in it. He's got back in the race lead. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go, presented by Fueled Up. It's all eyes on 38 of Shane Therrien. He's going to let the 2 have the lap back. Nice friendly gesture by Therrien to let Woods finish on the lead lap. Are we having connection issues? At the end of the race, are we having connection issues? We may have just had a disconnection. Oh dear. Did we really just miss the race? The finish of the race? Yeah, we did. The game just... iRacing just crashed. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We just missed the finish of that race. Oh, that's disappointing. Wow. Therrien won that race. We know that. It was Therrien, Bussler, Stamp. I don't believe that the order that we see has changed from that. Indeed, it did not change. Therrien, Bussler, Stamp, top 3. Jump 4th. Logan Breakey 5th. Brockton, Packard 6th. Jonathan Woods in 7th. Mike Tellier 8th. Justin Dittrich 9th. Christian Gomez 10th. Javier-Gomera 11th. The order is the same. What a shame that we missed the finish of that race because of iRacing crashing. What a bummer. What a bummer. We'll wait for F1 to get ready for podium interviews. We'll still do that. But what a bummer. Technical issues prevented us from seeing the finish of that race. We're going to go through the podium interviews here. We have the podium waiting for the interview. We're going to start with Eric Stamp here, 3rd place finisher. Eric, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Alrighty. podium finish. You led some laps. You had a really good strategy going. How'd the race feel for you?
If you told me at the start of the season that Iowa would be one of my best runs, I would have laughed at you and called you crazy. This was a very pleasant surprise.
How did the track feel for you? Like, a lot of people were struggling in practice. You seemed to have a pretty good feel on it. You led laps. You stayed out longer than anybody else. Like, you seemed like you had a pretty good pulse on it. Did it feel okay for you?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel fast, but with that, I decided, well, if I'm not fast, I'm just not going to push it too hard. And as people wore their tires out, it just came to me more and more. And so, not having any practice time didn't really mean anything if it, mattered in the long run. That's really helped out.
Well, a third place for you. I believe this is your first podium of the season, is it not?
It is.
As I said, like, you've been up near the front a lot. It seems like it ebb and flows at the wrong time for you.
Yes, so, this is the first one I've actually been able to put together. Feels really good. Thank you.
Yeah, like, points-wise, you were looking fine. Like, you're fourth in points. And with bad races from Gomez and Stafford, that helps you out significantly as far as getting closer to just being safe in the playoff hunt. So you've had the consistency there, but for it being your first podium, it has to feel really good getting ready to go into Kansas, which is probably going to be a lot of insanity.
Yes, I'm expecting Diet Talladega in all the best and worst ways. So it should be a fun one to watch.
Well, I will let you go and enjoy your podium here. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. If you got anyone that you want to shout out that supports you, feel free to do it now.
I'd like to thank Todd Stooksbury for letting Titan Newsoft be on the car. It's been fun running it. I haven't given it its best finish. Packard has that privilege, but yeah, it feels good to get one.
Well, Eric, congratulations on your third place finish. We'll see you next week at Kansas.
See ya.
That was Eric Stamp, the third place finisher here at Iowa. Next up on the interview list, it's going to be the second place finisher of Will Bussler. We'll see if we can get him in here real quick. Hey, Will, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Could be a lot better, seeing as how iRacing crashed on the final lap there.
Oh, no.
It crashed as Shane was coming out of turn 4 on the white flag lap. I'm not happy about that one, but very happy for you. You put on an amazing show at the end of that race, chasing down Shane as much as you could. How much were you pushing at the end there, trying to close that gap down?
Yeah, I tried as much as I could to get back up to him. When he came in for the pit stops, he had a really good lead there. So I knew it was either I was gonna either have to ride it out, or have to push. And once I got within about a half second of him, I knew he saved as best as he could and just kind of pulled away there at the end. But no, kudos to him. He raced awesome. He was dominant. But yeah, I did what I could do.
So I believe this is your first podium of the season as well, I believe. Did you imagine it'd be in Iowa that you'd get it?
No. Iowa is super tough on tires, of course. They fall off really quick. So I just was planning just to hang out in the back, which I did early on, avoid any wrecks that was going to go in front of me. And I just kind of whittled my way throughout the race. I knew it was a long race, so I had plenty of time to make my way back up there. But definitely wasn't expecting Iowa. Not a lot of people like these next-gen cars. I think they're fun. I know they're going to get better as they get more data. But no, Iowa's definitely not one of my best tracks.
Alrighty, well, with Iowa in the bank, seeing how well you were able to do here, Kansas and Texas, the next two races. It's been crazy, especially like a Fontana type race. Are you expecting more of that craziness next week at Kansas?
Oh, yeah. I call it Kansas Super Speedway. It's going to be full throttle pretty much for the first 50 or so laps, and then we're going to move up to the high line there. I've already ran a league with this car, so I kind of have that upper hand, hopefully. But no, Kansas is fun. Texas is fun in these cars. So mile and a halves are kind of where my comfortability is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Should be a really good race.
Well, Will, I'll let you go and enjoy your first podium of the season. A second place finish for you. You entered this race. Let me double check. You entered this race. You were 22nd in points. Obviously, you've missed a couple races.
Yeah.
But that'll help you jump significantly closer to the playoff cut line, especially with several drivers suffering early on in the race tonight. That'll help you significantly if you want to make a push at the playoff cut line.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No. You're good.
That being said, I was going to kind of let you go here. If you want to shout at anybody that supported you tonight, feel free to do so. The spotlight's on you, buddy. If not, I will see you next week at Kansas.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for the awesome broadcast. I always go back and watch them once you get everything uploaded. So you do a great job. Keep up the great work. I just want to thank everybody who runs the league. They run a hell of a league here. Very aggressive, but super clean. So, no, thanks for everybody for watching. We appreciate it, and we'll see you out there next week.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Will. I appreciate the compliment. Good luck at Kansas.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
That was Will Bussler, the second place finisher in the number 10 Chevrolet Camaro. Now it's the man of the moment. We're going to get Shane Therrien in here. Hey, Shane, you got a copy? Shane, you got a copy? You may be away at the second. So we will see. Actually, May just came back. Got a copy, Shane?
Yeah, sorry, it was sitting there connecting. I think the Discord's having issues, or on my end.
It's okay. iRacing is having issues on my end too. It crashed It crashed as you were coming to the finish line. It was a bummer. It was a bummer, but you had an amazing race. Even up to that moment, it was in turn 4. You went from the front of the field, almost got pole position, got beat out by Packard there, and then almost got messed up by a caution coming out during pit cycles. It threw you at the back of the field. 3 cautions later, you're in third. And that race for the lead. What a battle between you, Christian, and Will. What can't you do, man?
Usually I can't drive here, but I don't know. I mean, it tends to be with like this league last season. If there's a track we go to and the setup's just horrible, I tend to be the one that dominates. I don't know why. I have a thing with horrible cars and horrible driving cars. I have no idea why, but I don't know. I mean, my teammate Mike Tellier actually is the one who helped me. He was like, the bottom's fast. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm 0.3 a lap faster than you, and I'm in traffic while I was leading earlier. And I was like, huh. So I moved to the bottom, and I never left after that, and the thing was just on rails afterwards.
Yeah, I noticed that. You were the only one that used the bottom most of the race, and nobody else seemed to be able to use it as good as you. Christian tried using it to take the air off you, and it didn't work. It seemed like once you got that figured out, it didn't take long for you to master it. And that secret to success, that was really big. And even when it was Will and Christian against you on the high lane, you had the advantage, which was absolutely impressive. 3 in a row. Like, yeah. How many times do I get to talk to you this season, man?
I don't know. I mean, my luck will run out. I mean, I won 7 races in the last season and didn't win the championship. We'll see. I mean, Bronson had his issues. Tom wasn't feeling good after the booster shot, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm also sick with COVID, so the last 15 laps I was getting nauseous, and I thought for sure, I'm like, oh, this is my race. I'm gonna have to leave and go to the bathroom because this is getting bad, and luckily I held on. So I couldn't do my donuts. I did like 1 donut, and I was like, nah, can't do that. So, but I mean, it for the most part, I think we'll be talking a lot. I don't know. I mean, if I don't win, I think I'll probably get top 3 a lot if I don't get wrecked out. But we'll see. I have no idea. I'm just consistent. It's my biggest thing. I'm just a very consistent driver.
Hey, it works well for you. 3 wins in a row. The active streak is going. Kansas next week. It was a bit rocky at Auto Club, the last race like this we had. You expect Kansas to be a lot better?
No. I haven't even driven Kansas in this car, but I've seen a broadcast or a race there in these cars, and yeah, it's I have no idea. Like it's horrible. It looks horrible. I don't even want to touch it, but I'm not gonna really have a choice. So
Well, Kansas, Texas, the next 2 races on the schedule. Will was kind of giving hints that it might be flat out the first stint. So we'll see how that's going to go. But 3 in a row, what a run. Well and truly with the points lead at the moment, Shane. I know you said that you're still dealing with COVID. Hope you get better soon. If you have anyone you want to thank or anyone you want to shout out here, spotlight's on you, man. Go ahead and take the floor.
yeah, I'm gonna thank FRN, my team sponsor. They let me switch the colors around because I like to run the dementia awareness colors because I got family who has that. I family that passed away a couple years ago and ran her scheme on my championship race a couple years ago. So thanks to them for letting me run a purple scheme. It's gonna be my primary for the rest of the year, and then the league for having me back. I really hope that we can get this 670 package here so these guys can actually show their drivability and not, you know, not be able to show it with this package at the current stage it's at. So, and then thank you for broadcasting. I had it on during the race and I saw it go black, so I didn't really know if it was my phone or not. But I guess I found out it was just crashed on you.
Yeah, first time in 2 years it's crashed on me. It was disappointing, but you put on an amazing race, even with the technical glitch that we had. Fantastic seeing you in victory lane. Again, hope you feel better soon. Congrats on your win. We will see you next week at Kansas.
Yeah, thank you.
Alrighty, looks like we might have one more person to be interviewed here. Looks like it'll be the 10th place finisher, Christian Gomez. We'll see if he is up for an interview. Hey, Christian, you got a copy?
Copy.
Alrighty, man. What happened?
Time to throw PogChamp. That's exactly what happened. Cold tires, slid, brakes, died, snapped. Just, yeah. It was just terrible. It's just this car at the moment with the tire model and just, God, I can't wait for the new package, honestly.
Yeah, the battle between you, Will, and Shane after after that last caution was phenomenal. It looked like I honestly didn't know who was going to come out with that, and seeing you come down pit lane that second time was rough.
It was rough for me inside the car. I'll tell you that much. It's gut wrenching because Shane's a hell of a driver, and the fact I was actually able to keep somewhat pace with him here and learn a few things off of him and stuff, that was just great for me. Because for me at the moment, I'm just waiting for the new package. I'm just trying to survive as it is. But whenever you get to compete with a guy like him, it's a good day, and it just felt like that incident there just soured what was going to be a really good day of just even if I didn't win, it was just progress overall. It just kind of shattered all that.
Yeah, you looked really competitive all race long. You were always in the top 5. That was a guarantee in this race up until that point. Kansas next week. Everyone's saying we need a 670 package. Gonna have to deal without it next week at least. How optimistic are you that Kansas is going to be good for you?
Daytona was good for me. Talladega was good for me. So if we go off of that, well, not Talladega, sorry, but plate race is usually good for me. So that's what Kansas is going to be essentially. Outside lane's not going to be dominant, so that I lose my bread and butter there. So it's just going to be a single line train on the inside because I've done the fixed races there and it's not ideal. So yeah, next week it's gonna hurt. We're gonna suffer. And I'm not sure how it should be entertaining for the folks here because essentially it's just going to be essentially if you want to move up, you just got to bunt the guy out of the way that's in front of you. So yeah, I reckon there's going to be beef next week and lots of controversy and the same issues that we had here today, where the package is just terrible. The car's not right at the moment. They're still trying. It's still in a beta state. To be quite frank with you, it is in a beta state. So. Yeah, we're just gonna hear that and probably even more next week because it's not ideal right now.
Well, so what you're saying is that I'm going to see the chrome horn a decent amount. There's going to be some chrome bumpers at the end of the race.
Oh hell yeah! Well, not even the end of the race. Honestly, if you're trying to make your way up to the field, you got to know the choice. It's going to be a 170 mile per hour Martinsville. Essentially, you're going to have to just move guys out of the way that are in front of you. And like I said, the outside lane is not going to work. So just expect 2013 Daytona 500 next week. And yeah, that's not a really good race to think about. But from what I've seen, from what I've raced with this car at that track with this package at the moment, that's pretty much how it's going to be. And nobody's really looking forward to it, unfortunately. Because you think, next gen car, Kansas, the whole idea of this car is to have pack racing everywhere. And a track like Kansas, like, it would be sketchy to have pack racing, but the car is not doing what it was originally intended to do. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll take it 1 week at a time, and just pray that the iRacing hopefully releases a 670 package here before the playoffs, because that's just going to be a game changer. And it's going to be a clean slate for everybody, honestly.
Well, a top 10 finish, definitely not what you were looking for. Kansas next week. We're going to see how that goes. Texas after that. You're second in points still. Stafford had a really bad race.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. He's been having, I think last week as well, he suffered a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's been having a rough go of it, and he and I, we share the same opinion on this package. It's not good, dude. We gotta. They hopefully the clash is coming up. Hopefully we'll see something there where they'll change the package and things will be better from here on. But at the moment we're suffering.
Well, we'll see what Kansas brings. See if it gets any better in the week between here and then. But a top 10 finish for you. You recovered nicely. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Second place in points. We'll see you. Good luck at Kansas.
All right. Thank you.
That will conclude our post-race coverage here at Iowa. Shane Therrien, 3 in a row from Nashville to Pocono to tonight at Iowa. Will Bussler gets his first podium of the season as second place, along with Eric Stamp, also his first podium of the season here at Iowa tonight. Next week's Kansas, 8 p.m. Thursday night. The Shake and Bake Next Gen Series goes to Kansas Speedway. Wednesday night next week, 8 to 10 p.m. It's ABN Indy ARC testing. We hope to see you all then next week, either Wednesday or Thursday. But until then, on behalf of everyone here at ABN, the Shake and Bake Next Gen Series, we hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, try to have some fun, get ready for the weekend. We will see you next week.